Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to my channel. My name is Habiba Alelo, and as you all know, my job here is to simplify the web development journey for you so that you can start building your profile and apply for that your dream job with Isnillah. So the last time we talked about HTML review, and that is exactly what we're still going to be continuing on today. So today we will be talking about image. We will look into videos and all of that. The last time we talked about HTML entities, hyperlinks, we first talked about the HTML syntax and structure. So if you haven't watched the video, please kindly check it out, check it and watch it, and come down here to watch this one too. Now, if all I do is something you are so much interested in, please subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification button. Okay, so today we want to talk about image. I know we are not new to the image element, and the most important thing here is the source attribute and the auth attribute. So there are some things you need to take note of when we are declaring your image, when you're working for a client or even if it is your own website. The very first thing is that make sure you give a descriptive name, very descriptive name to your image, so that this is going to help it this is going to help it rank high in search engine. How you getting it now? So let's say you're selling laptops and you want to put an image of a laptop there, so make sure the name, what you have named your image with inside your folder is, let's say, laptop dot so things. Don't just say image 1, image 2. If you're practicing, you can use any image, but if it is a real work that you'll be putting online that you will want to search engine to have a good effect on, then make sure you use a descriptive name for it. And another thing you need to know that is this auth value, you need to try as much as possible to always put a descriptive short text there. Are you getting it now? It has some advantages as well. One of the reasons that you should always make sure you use it is that search engine uses this to know more about your image as well. Then also it adds it helps the visually impaired brothers and sisters out there to be able to, when they are reading through their tool or the aid that it use in reading, will narrate, it will use the auth to narrate what the image is all about for you. Then also it shows users something in cases of network failure or something, so, or maybe there is a change in path when something just make your image not to show, so the auth information is what the user is going to see. So that is for the auth. So make sure you use descriptive name for your image, make sure you include the auth, then make sure you size your image appropriately. So when you get to CSS, there are some things you may need to include in your image properties. Okay, so let's go here now and include, I have one here, so I use this one, coat of arms of Nigeria .png. so this is the name. Then you come here. Okay, let me explain how I came about all this thing. So you see this slash will take us to the parent folder where this HTML review.html belongs. So in that this parent folder, then you pick the folder or the file you want to use. In my case, the file is inside another folder, which is this folder, HTML review. Then inside this HTML review, then I'm going to the images, and inside the images, I'm going to be saying, I'm going to be picking any of the images there. So in this one now, another way you can go about it is /. So in this case, it's not going to take you outside. So it is going to put you inside your main folder, and inside the folder you have this particular HTML is inside review, so it won't be too long. we pick the images, then the coat of arms of Nigeria. So you just need to know how to pick your parent folders and all of that. Using dot/image, dot and the forward slash will expose you to items, the files that fall inside the same folder with this your HTML file. But without the dot, it will take you to the main parent folder of this thing. Okay, so now the alternative, so let me just say you can just show you that maybe white coat of arms of Nigeria, or coat of arms of Nigeria, or anything Nigerian coat of arms. So just make sure you put a descriptive something here. So Nigerian coat of arms. So having done this, let's see what our image looks like. So why is that? Okay, let's try to resize it. That may be the reason why it is not showing. So let's try to resize it. So if you want to resize it, if you want to size it, you can just, for the sake of this lesson, we're going to be using the inline styling. So let's say I want to declare the width. Let me just say something like, so this is it showing here now. So let me just put a break after all this so that it can calm down. Let's see it now. So now it's existing on another line entirely. So now let's move to another thing we want to learn, which is video. Video is more or less like an image. So let's say video. So you should have known that when you just typed it, you have declared a video like that, and inside here we are going to be putting a source, just as we have done for our image. So the source of our images or videos can be relative, and it can be a relative source or an absolute source, whichever one you want to use. So relative in the sense that it can, as I've saved it inside my folder now and I'm using it, or it can be a kind of link from somewhere. But the risk with that one is that you are relying on a third party. So let's say you go on Google and you pick a link to an image and you put it here. So in case the real owner of that image removes it from that site, then it's not going to be visible on your own website too. So it's always good to have everything, your media, inside your what is it called, inside your folder, or else you are the real owner of it. Let's say from my YouTube channel, let me say I just went to my YouTube channel and pick and use the link to one of the videos here. I own it and I know that I've used it somewhere. I wouldn't want to remove it anyhow. Okay, so now the source here, so you can just do the way you did the other one, and let's pick this. So let's see if this is going to show. Okay, it's showing, but it's too big. Okay, this is a very big video. Let's adjust the size as we have done to so let's give it like, let's like 200 pixels or so. Okay, okay, it's very much better now, and we can make it a little bigger. So let me try to hard break to this one too. Another break to give it enough space. Okay, so having done this, let's check our video now. Okay, so here we have it now. So but there are some attributes that we need to put inside video for it to be effective. So we need these attributes will help us, like we can tell it to autoplay. Let's say immediately anyone comes across it on the site, it should be playing on automation, or if it should show some controls like pause, play, and all of that, or if it should be muted. So a lot of attributes can actually be put on this video image. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about the first one, which is controls. So you're just going to add controls to it this way. So merely putting this there now is going to add all sort of controls there. So let's quickly check out. So can you see now? So now you can play it, or you can do a lot of things there. You can adjust the volume, you can increase it, you can see some options, the playback speed, and a lot of that, just by putting that attribute controls on it. Okay, so another thing you can put there is autoplay. So you can just put autoplay there. So this autoplay now will not wait for you to click on play before it starts playing. So you see, so on automation it will just be playing. It will just be playing. You don't need to press you don't need to click on anything before it starts playing. So another thing, there are a lot. We can mute the sound, because in this case now the sound it's making some sound. Let me see if we can listen to it.
The lessons of your training. So you can, at times you don't need to put everything there. And
I don't know if you are hearing, so it's actually making some sense. Okay, so but if I want it muted, it will not be making any sound. So I will just input another attribute called muted, and in this case you see that it's not saying anything again, so it is muted. Until you mute it, on automation it will be muted. So you can lay your hands on a lot of things like that. So it's very beautiful using videos on your website. You just make sure it is not of too big size, so that it will not affect how your website will be loading or something. So you can slow down your website if it is too big. So you can as well put audio there, but I don't have any audio I can use as example. So you can use audio there too. So just by using, okay, in case you need free videos that you can use, you can actually get some free videos on pixels.com. so there are a lot of videos there, nature and all those natural videos and sort of thing. So you just need to search for it. So now we'll be moving to text formatting to see different ways we can format our text. So I want to believe we are familiar with some of them. So this one is to lay emphasis on statement. So let me just, so this one now would let this be a kind of italicized. Let it be italicized. So can you see it? Can you see it here? So it is italicized. So another thing is, so let's put a break here. So another text format to be looking at is strong. We have a lot of them. We have bold, we have so let's see how this one looks too. So this is like a bolding statement. Can you see? So we can as well use bold too. So let's quickly use bold and see the difference between these two of them. So B for bold then. So let's see what we have here now. Can you see? So it's almost the same thing. I think there is a slight difference there, but it's not really obvious. So bold and strong, B element and strong element gives us almost the same thing. So there is one too that is called a delete element. So delete element, del, then let's put our lorem something there. So this is the one they normally use to put a kind of cancel, a stroke on words or a word. Like they normally use it for price slash on e-commerce website, where they will tell you, okay, it was so priced before and it's another price now. Can you see this one now? So it is it. So it is cancelled. So we normally use it for price slash. Then another thing is superscript. We have subscript and all of that. So let me just come here and let me use one of these and put superscript there. So that you can see. So superscript work as like all these our power in mathematics. So let me just put 10 and let's come here to see. So can you see it here? This is it here. So like 10 raised to power or something. The another one is subscript. That one works with like roots. Let's put that one here. And just put anything there. So let's see how this appears. So this, or base, I said root, base rather. So this is it here. So when we say log 10 base 10 or something, so this is it here. So there are a lot of things. So let's look at the ins too. I enhance, then put some lorem. I said lorem 5, so that it won't be too long. So this is right here, it is underlined. So let me put some break there so that I can see it differently. Okay, now let's get to check. So this is, so this one is underlined, this one cancels it. So that is, so we have a lot of them in HTML. Okay, so alright, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel. And if you have subscribed to my channel before, I do really appreciate you. May Almighty Allah reward you abundantly. Alright, see you in the next class. Assalamu alaikum.